I got the hard drive on modulator and the 2-day uneven flow. Inside the time space continuator, there's a flex mount that's set to go. The spring is vertical, retractable, reversible, submergible and Germany. And the mechanism cross divide and multiply and disk drive is Germany. It's Germany. Plug the main out into the AC. I've got the steam pre to heat it up. If there's a dropout inside the timepiece, in the jam scene, we'll lock it up. I've been building it, planning it, dreaming it, planning it, jamming it, I'm jamming it. And if I pull a switch and nothing hits, I'll do it all again. Right now, I give everything I've got. Journey with you, no doubt. I believe in everything you are. Journey with you today. In the undergrid, we're getting shaky. The excitement is in the air.
Hey everyone, good morning. I'm hoping, let me know if you guys hear echoes. I have 2 cameras set up and I'm trying to make sure that we don't get any feedback. So I've muted my second camera and I'm got my headphones in, but if you hear uncomfortable screeching or feedback, I might have to switch the camera setup. But it's kind of an interesting day today. I'm doing an unboxing show, which I've done before, but normally I just kind of do it facing you and I open the books up and I show them to you. But today I kind of tried to go next level to set up a comic cam. So there's going to be an overhead cam, which I can kind of give you a little preview right there. That's right next to me. Here's my hand. Yeah, hi everyone. So what I'm going to do is, as the unboxing happens, I will make myself small and then the comic cam bigger so you guys can see the goodies that we're going to be looking at. So anyways, let me go ahead and turn the camera cam off for a moment so I can say hi to everybody in the chat. I see William Quinton in the chat. He wondered if I got some Sonopa mail, and not yet. I don't think I did, but I did get a mystery package yesterday, which if I have time, I will definitely share with you. But let me know on the audio level if you guys are hearing me okay. And if there's significant feedback, I don't want you guys to be uncomfortable. But I also see Hojo in the chat. Hojo won, he's been winning stuff every week, but we only have 1 prize this week. So everybody's got a chance for it. I see Arman is in the chat from Submarine Treehouse. Arman, we have packages from you we're gonna open. We have 7 different packages, and like I said, an extra one if we have time. Chris is here from Infinitale Chronicles. Okay, audio is good. That's what we like to hear. Before we get into the unboxing, I wanted to just take care of some announcements. Next, let's see, July 9th is a Saturday, and I am going to be on the Red Valkyrie auction. It's an underground art auction that they seem to do every quarter. I've been on a few times. Sometimes I will sell things that are not things that I drew, nor normally like original artwork from X-Farce or maybe from BEARDZZERKER that Bill Mouse did. But I got inspired this last couple of weeks and I've been drawing, which is a lot of fun. I'm not like the best cartoonist, but every once in a while I try. So one that I did, there's like 4 different lots right now. But this is one that I did. It's a sketch cover. You know, they're blank and then you draw on them. So this is a Hamsters inspired Blood Realm cover that I really like that series from Alterna and Robert Geronimo. So that's an original that I did with, this one was with like Sharpies, Pilot pen, and I colored it with colored pencils. I have some Crayola colored pencils. So that's an original you can win. And then I did a little, I doodled over one of Robert's sketch cards, and I made him, instead of Chiron Marvel, it's Chiron Marvelous, and he's saying, "You rook marvelous, baby." I don't know if you guys remember that from Saturday Night Live, but that was one of Billy Crystal's characters. So that'll be a lot on there. And then back in the day, before I even got started with Hamsters, I did this character called Arrow Man. And Arrow Man is like this guy I did in junior high school. And so I did a two-piece sketch card. One side is Arrow Man, the other side is the Amazing Boll Weevil. And this was done with markers and pen. And it also come with the original Arrow Man comic book that I did back in I think about 1993 with Parody Press. So this is actually my artwork with a gentleman named Sam Ray who inked and lettered it. So that'll be one of the other lots. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but back in the 90s, besides Parody Press, we had a comic book company called Entity Comics. And Entity was kind of like our superhero division of comics because we didn't want to publish comic books under Parody Press that were superheroes because that kind of sounds silly. But we did have a run with Zen Intergalactic Ninja and Nira X. And there was talk about this kid out of Indiana that was lighting the world on fire with a book called Snowman. And that creator was Matt Martin, and he's a super talented guy. He's very detailed, kind of inspired by McFarlane, and he's got a book coming out from All Caps Comics called Snowman. I think it's called Snowman: A Cold Day in Hell. But we actually published Snowman. We were the second publisher of Snowman. We did probably about 8 different Snowman books, and this was a San Diego Con edition that we did. This was from I think 96. Yeah, from 1996. And you can see Matt's work even back then. You know, he was, for a young guy, he was super talented, and he draws women really good. And I mean, just the amount of detail he puts in there. So we actually did Snowman. And so I have some items that are kind of hard to find. I did a little Snowman sketch card on an Alterna blank sketch card. So that's going to be included. You're going to get the San Diego Con exclusive edition. I will sign that as well. And then he also did a kind of a team up cover with Nira X back in the day. So that's actually Matt's cover work right there with Bill Mouse's character. But you can tell back in the day, you know, Matt was far more talented than I. And this is a limited edition. I think we only made like 3,000 of these. So that's included. But the thing that I think most people are going to really like that's going to be auctioned is this is a 1995 really limited edition Snowman t-shirt. And it's an extra large. I only have one of these, and it's with Matt Martin's artwork on it. So that's going to be all part of a Snowman lot on the 9th. And then last but not least, you guys know I'm a big fan of Pete Sametti. Pete has a new character out called King Cryptid that's going strong. I think he's at like 25,000 on that. But he has an anthology book called It Came Out on a Wednesday. So I got a blank cover of It Came Out on a Wednesday. And Red Valkyrie's, the host on that show, her name is Shay. So I changed it and I came out with It Came Out on a Wednesday, King Cryptid. So I basically have her kind of Red Sonja style going after King Cryptid. There's the co-host Sai right here in the corner. He's kind of a robot. And then I did a homage to the sketch that Sai did of Red Valkyrie up here in the corner box. So this is a piece that will be available too. So I hope you guys will check that out. I think Bill Mouse will be on that show. Usually they have Preston Azevedo, Cat Mouse. They do like 3 different time slots on the Saturday. So I will be in the early time slot, which is I think 9 o'clock. I'm sorry, about 8 o'clock Pacific time until 11 o'clock Pacific time. So that's I think, what time is it for you guys? 11 o'clock over there on the East Coast. So check it out, and I hope you guys enjoy that. I am Don Chin again. I am a publisher and writer of comics. I have a couple books online that you can still get. One is X-Farce, which is at xfarce.com, and BEARDZZERKER, which is at beardzerker.com. So that's the announcements. I have a couple other announcements that, well, one of them I'll tell you is that please tune in to the Le Pod God show from Mark Polton. He is a prolific fulfiller of books, and he does a wrestling podcast online on YouTube. And there's going to be a special mystery match tonight. And there's an ongoing feud amongst the CGWF community, especially with Mark Polton. So you definitely want to check that out on YouTube. Another announcement that I have is, well, next week, you guys know it's the first Wednesday of every month. I do the 4-minute promote yourself stream. So if you are a creator and you would like to come on to my show, I will give you 4 minutes and you can tell us about either your current project, maybe something that you're getting ready to launch. Maybe you're a freelancer and you have a skill that you want to let people know about. So that's next Wednesday, and there'll be a link in the YouTube chat. So if you want to come on my show, all you have to do is watch the show, and you'll see a little link where you can join, and then you'll be put into the green room. And it's basically, first come, first serve, round robin type of interaction. And this is a fun announcement. If you folks know who Jay Underwood is, he is going to be my guest on July 20th, which is a few weeks from now. But Jay Underwood is an actor. He was probably best known for being Johnny Torch, or Johnny Richards in the original. I'm sorry, Johnny Storm. Gosh, getting all my Marvel last names mixed up. But he was in the movie, the original Fantastic Four, back in 1994 that Roger Corman produced. And there's a documentary called Doomed about that series, and he will be my guest. He was also in Uncle Buck. He played a character called Bug, and he was also in Star Trek Voyager. He's been an actor for many, many years, but I ran into him up here in Northern California, and we've been in touch, and so he's going to come on my show, and we're going to give away a copy of Doomed on DVD. So check that out. I'll be posting that on Twitter, as we get closer. And if you guys have questions about for Jay, you can, feel free to send them to me, and I'll see if I can have time to ask him about that. All right. So anyways, without further ado, let's start opening some of these comics, guys. I've got like a couple months worth of stuff. Yeah, actually, Chris remembers. He was in The Boy Who Could Fly, which was, Chris, it was funny. I did some research on The Boy Who Could Fly, and that director, I think his name was Nick something, but he also did The Last Starfighter, which was kind of a cool, kind of a Star Wars knockoff back in the day. And he was a really good director, and he did kind of his share of some family-oriented films like The Boy Who Could Fly. But believe it or not, that director was really good friends with John Carpenter. And a funny thing is that Nick, that director of The Boy Who Could Fly, he plays Michael Myers in all the Halloween movies. So you got this guy that's directing kind of this, these sweet teen romance type of movies with a feel good, and then he's also Michael Myers. So that's a pretty funny coincidence, from one extreme to the other. Okay, guys. So here's the deal. I left my coffee upstairs, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab it real quick. And while I grab that, I'm gonna play the trailer to the first book that I'm gonna open. And anything that I have, I'm gonna play a trailer to if I could have found one. So I'll run upstairs. You guys enjoy this little teaser, all right? Yes, that's the long shots, and I'm back with my coffee. Here I am with my original Red Valkyrie mug, complete with the Psy doodle of Red Valkyrie on it. Much better now. I was getting worried that I would be doing this unboxing and I didn't have anything to drink. I think I'm going to be talking a lot in this show. So I'm much better now that I have my coffee. It is a little lukewarm, but that's better than nothing. So let's go ahead and start opening these. And if anybody wants to, if any creators out there that's in the chat that I'm going to be unboxing, please feel free to chime in if you want to talk about anything about that particular experience. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I know Arman is in the chat, and we're going to see a couple of his books. And I see our good friend Chiza is in the chat. Thanks, David. Okay, guys, so here's how it's going to work. We got the comic cam. I'm going to add it to the stream. Oh, it's empty. All you can see now is my coffee cup. Sorry about the wires up at the top. I had a little bit of technical difficulty starting the show. The camera was all set up, and then obviously I went to go to do the show and did a test, and then my top comic camera was not functional, so I had to reboot everything, and thankfully it came back to life again. So I'm going to make myself. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera, and then I'm going to make the comic cam bigger. All right, slide it over here. There we go. Okay, guys. So let me go ahead and see if this is going to work, and if the sound is still weird, let me know. But hopefully it'll work. I got a little bit of light here, but I'll be taking these things out of the bag. But the cool thing about LONGSHOTS is they gave you like a cool poker chip, which you can see right there. That's one of the little swag items. And so this is a campaign that was a bunch of different creators that were hopefully going to get national distribution, but unfortunately that deal was kind of a not to happen. I think it was kind of a bogus, kind of a scam, if you want to know the words to it. But that's a whole different story. But this is a great deal. I think you get about 7. No, actually, got to be more than that. Gosh, I'll count how many books there are, but they're all from really well-respected creators. This is from Anthony Figueroa. This is God's Hand, kind of his supernatural character from New Orleans. I actually had Anthony on my show. He's signed actually a different version of this, but he's really good. He kind of has that Image 90s style, Joe Madureira. So that's one of the books that you get. And he's working, I'm sure, on the next edition of that. All right. Here's one called Hero Bot Zero from Arrow Comics. I think Randy Zimmerman is the creator of this book, and he's also the publisher at Arrow. So this kind of looks like a fun kids book, almost kind of in the style of Mighty Mascots, if you guys have ever seen that. So full color book. I mean, these are like, $5 cover price, and I think the campaign was less than $20 for all these books. So here's one that I'm not familiar with called Wellkeeper. Looks like a black and white book from somebody named D. Fish. And this has, actually, this kind of feels like old Trent Kanuga. See that character right there? Trent would draw Creed kind of like that, kind of a adolescent kid with over, baggy pants and everything. So that's Wellkeeper. Also a $5 cover price book. I always like to see these new creators that I'm not familiar with, because there's always lots of talent that deserves people's support. So that's pretty cool. All right. Of course, this is from Luke Stone, The Hybrids, Sons of Gods, book 1. This is Trash Day. Luke was on my show just a couple weeks ago. Super great guy. So glad that he's feeling much better. This character's name is Trash Man. He's kind of the main, hulky superhero in this. And this is like one of Luke's earlier works. And he's been doing some different like remastered versions of them. And he continues to get better and better each book. So this is kind of one of the first editions of Trash Man. Good job, Luke. This is the one I was really looking forward to because everybody's been telling me that Only Death Can Save Us is one of their favorite books. And I've been looking at Russ Leach's work online and admiring it because he has a real cool action style, kind of a retro style. Actually, in a way, it kind of reminds me of my friend Jim O'Reilly's work in ways, the line work. Jim and I hopefully will be working on something together. He's been doing some BEARDZZERKER pinups for us. I think he's going to do the BEARDZZERKER pinup in the CG Vacation book that the Zaid brothers are doing. He just sent me some of the sketches today. Are you guys able to see everything so far? Everything okay? This Comic Cam working all right? I always was nervous that it was gonna, like I'd have way too much feedback or there'd be some technical problem, but I think this is a good dry run right now. Maybe next time I'll try to orient the camera so it's more of a landscape so you can see more, but this is Only Death Can Save Us. And I think Russ is working on Outliers with our friend Joe Thunderbuns Fulton, the co-host of Michael Bancroft's Comicsgate show. But yeah, this looks like awesome action. And I think that this is an ongoing book series. Oh, wow. That was only the first package, guys. And I think this campaign is closed, unfortunately. So I don't think you can pick up this deal anymore on Indiegogo, but you could probably reach out to Arrow Comics and get a lot of these back issues. So this is called Tall Tales. You guys know I'm a big fan of funny animals, and this kind of harkens me back to the days of the Hamsters. And I think there was another character back in the 80s and 90s that was a panda that kind of had warrior skills. So this is from illustrated by Daphne Lodge and created by Jose Calderon. So if you like kind of that Yosagi Yojimbo 47 Furious Tales, anthropomorphic comic book adventure, this looks like it might be your cup of tea. And there's also some prose in there. Okay, guys, this one's called The Oswald Chronicles. Looks like another kind of an all ages fun book. And oh wow, full color. Also written by J.D. Calderon. Yeah, this is I like. Oops. Now I'm getting feedback. Can you guys hear feedback or not? I hear it on my end, like an echo. Are you guys getting the echo? Because if you are, I might have to figure out why. All right. This is Indie Vault Revolt. This looks like an anthology. Black and white. Yeah, I'm getting a real bad feedback on it. Echo, you are, Chris? Let me see here. If I can turn down the volume. Is that better? Oh, I think that did it. Is that better? I don't hear it now on my end. I turned down the speaker. You thought it was just the mushrooms kicking in? There is an echo. I think I reduced it. Is it better now? Excellent. Hey, Pops, thank you. All right, cool. All right, thanks, guys. Sorry about that. Exactly what I thought would be the worst thing to happen happened, but God was with me and resolved that. So here's an anthology book. I love doing anthology books back in the day. I did Overload, and I'm going to be in, it came out on a Wednesday, which is really exciting. My first work with Alterna. It's in the latest summer campaign that's currently on Indiegogo. So if you guys want to see some Don Chin short stories, you can get that. I think it's only $15 for 6 books, which I think is a great deal. This is looks like a cool superhero, also by Russ Leach, called Shield of the Interceptor. Yeah, pretty cool, guys. I got my Russ Leach fix. I think he's from Australia. So anyways, a really cool assortment from the LONGSHOTS. I'm so sorry that their deal didn't work out, but that they still were able to get these comic books out to us fans. And then there's a little bit of swag that comes with it. You get a LONGSHOTS playing card, 9 of diamonds. This looks like a print drawn by Anthony. And then you get some trading cards. This show might run a little bit long today, guys, because I'm long-winded. But yeah, 3 UV coated trading cards along with that poker chip. So thanks guys. Thumbs up. I'll definitely read these. I'm a little behind in reading right now. So how about you guys? Are you guys all caught up? I've got a whole long box of books that I need to read. All right, so let's go on to the next series, and that is First Man by Andy Smith. Let me play a little promo for you.
Luke Henry, after kicking Monarch's ass to the depths of space, is back on Earth, and now he's looking to save the world from the Fourth World Foundation. Sure, he had help from Penumbra before, but she's not helping him this time. He's got to face it on his own. Look at these 4 people. He's coming for a villain known as Adonis. He'll do it. You'll be there. Back it now. First Man 2, Learning Curve.
All right, our good friend Andy, longtime comic book veteran. So this has been in my mailbox for probably well over a month, and I did read the first series, which I really enjoyed. Andy's really a dynamic comic book artist, as you can see. Knows how to draw anatomy, really cool colors. All the lettering and all that stuff is done well. This is kind of like a you know, a square bound graphic novel format. Comes with all these cool swag items, but he you know, he goes all out. This is I think it's a $25 book to get in on it. And Andy's super great guy. I think he lives over on the East Coast. I think everybody over there was just at like Heroes Con in North Carolina over the weekend, which looked like a lot of fun. I haven't been to a con in like 25 years. I need to. I don't think I'm going to be at San Diego, but one of these days we'll get out there to a con. So yeah, if you guys kind of like kind of that Image 90s style Bart Sears, Andy Smith action, definitely check out First Man. That's a nice Andy Smith autograph right there. So that comes with it. And then let's see here. This is some of the swag. Last one had like the metal bookmark. This is a Penumbra metal bookmark, still in its little protective coating. Very cool, Andy. Stickers and prints. I'm pretty sure his campaign, I think he keeps on getting better and better, but I think his campaign was like 40 to 50,000, which is not too shabby. So that's a really cool sticker. Penumbra, First Man, postcard. So I kind of went a little bit overboard, and I asked, Andy had a sketch tier, and I think for like $50 or something more, you could have him draw the character of your choice. So of course I had him draw BEARDZZERKER. So this is the first look that I've I've shown anybody of him doing BEARDZZERKER, which is pretty sweet. Looks like either BEARDZZERKER or Angry Jesus. I can't determine which one. So let's see here. And then I was just doing some going through my comic book collection, and I'm trying to kind of whittle out things and just keep things that I really like and sell the things that I'm not that attached to. But I came across Vanguard, which was an Image book that Gary Carlson published back in the 90s with Image. And this was an issue that had Andy's work back in 93. It's all his artwork. So I just thought kind of cool to show you him like 30 years ago and what his work looks like now. So anyways, Andy, good job on that, my friend. Looking forward to your next comic book. Let's see what we're at now. We're about half hour into the show. What do we have here? Okay. This is one that a lot of people back. This is Battle Brick Road. So let's go ahead and watch the trailer to Battle Brick Road, and then we'll open this beautiful bad boy up.
Welcome to Oz. Tell me, how again did you find your way here? No need to worry. You are safe here. There are wonders here you've never seen before. You thought you could escape me?
Okay, I don't know how Eric does it, but he manages to get a big comic book out that he completely illustrates and letters, and he seems like he's lettering like 12 books, simultaneously. I think there might be a twin out there. Somebody cloned Eric Weathers because he's everywhere. He's working on everything. But this is the first book of his that I believe that he's done himself, and it's a kind of a play on Oz, as you could tell by the trailer. Eric, super nice guy. I haven't worked with him yet on anything, but I did like this concept. I had to get the Kenneth Roquefort cover on Battle Brick Road. I think there were 2 or 3 different cover versions, but I'm a big Roquefort. Oh, look at that! Even a nice little sticker to seal the bag that it came in. Like, I don't want to rip it. But Eric just closed out his campaign. It'd probably been up for at least a year, but I don't think you can get it anymore. But I think he made over $100,000 on this campaign. Oh, wow, look at that. Can you guys see that spot UV? It's on the main character, which I think is Scarecrow. So basically, Battle Brick Road is Oz with guns, which I think would make a great movie, to tell you the truth. But oh, nice. So Eric signed it. I don't know who that other gold signature is. I'll have to find out what creator did that. I don't think that's Roquefort's signature, but that would be pretty cool if it was. I'll have to ask Eric. Oh, maybe it's Zeb Hatfield, which is one of the co-creators. That actually looks like his signature right there. So this is Battle Brick Road. Super cool. Eric is really talented. And he actually has Alterna roots as well. I picked up an anthology called If on eBay because Pete Samedi said that was like one of the first things that Eric ever worked on. It was a black and white book with his not then wife, I think at the time. Maybe it was his wife. Yeah, I think his wife actually worked on a comic book story with Eric on If, and maybe on a future show I'll show you what that anthology is. But this is a Battle Brick Road. You can tell Eric is no amateur at all, and it's like a lot of action. Super cool. There's the Roquefort piece that's on the cover. Yeah, nice looking book, Eric. This looks like a fun read. Looks like a well thought out. And a little, oh, looks like 6 a.m. 6 a.m. does a backup story in here, which is Mark Marianelli. He's the, he does a lot of stickers for a lot of campaigns, but he's a super great guy. He works so hard on Breaking Rad and doing that wrestling, you know, the simulated wrestling with the actual comic book creators. So Battle Brick Road, I wonder if there's a second one. I would imagine he probably will do a second one. So that looks really good, Eric. And then the swag that you get with it comes in a separate little bag. I don't know if I guess I'll open it. This is an unboxing show. So if anybody out there has read this, he's lettering shit out right now. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Foxhole says, looks great. I need to pick it up. He's been working on it a long time. Hey, Dave, all the way from the Netherlands. He says it looks cool. Yeah, this one came in, I think, a couple weeks ago. You got a Battle Brick Road patch. A cool little hologram sticker. I don't know what this is, but it probably relates to something in the book. He even has like, oh, this is nice, little plastic case for your trading cards. So you get this gorilla character, the Watcher of the East. Again, the Roquefort Scarecrow. And then this is probably Dorothy. Oh, actually, she goes by Thea. Thea Gale is her name. And this is done by one of the Barton brothers. And this one is by Dan Fraga, actually, that does show the little signature right there. And then this one, who does this artwork? Artwork by Eric Canetti, who does Arc Athena. Very nice, Eric. All right, and then last, what else? We have a nice big There's No Place Like Home bookmark. Oh, double-sided. This must be some kind of navigation robot or something in the book. What else do we have? And then I think he even included a cool poster of the Roquefort cover. Probably like 11 by 17 or something like that. Cool. Good job, Eric. Thank you so much. I will cherish this. He's a super nice guy. Let's see here. What else we got on the table, guys? Oh, a gorilla's supposed to be one of the flying monkeys, Alex? That makes sense. Oh, the robot is Toto. Interesting. That's cool. Thanks, Chris. I know some of you guys probably already read it. All right. All right, so let's see what else we have. The next one we have is going to be, so this one's been sitting in my house for the longest time. This thing probably fulfilled close to a couple months ago. Company Men from Lee, Byron, Carver, and our friend RJ at Critical Blast did the fulfillment on this because Lee and his creative team, they're in Australia. So one of the things that people are doing are using kind of a middleman here in the States that they can send all their books to, and then RJ can individually ship them out, so it doesn't become so cost prohibitive to send directly from Australia to United States. But on our end, I know that it costs probably $30, $35 just to send a package of this size to Australia these days. So it's not cheap, which is kind of a hard thing to do when you want to back a foreign company that, oftentimes the postage is as high as the book itself, which is unfortunate, but hopefully we'll get that down. Company Man rocks. Thanks, Chris. Let's go ahead and watch a little trailer about the Company Man. All right, so I slit the plastic. I always like to keep these little cool bags that they come in. Those I think are from Sticker Mule. So this is I think this is the second thing that I've gotten from RJ and his company Critical Blast Logistics. I think they did Life on Cora for our friend Jimmy from the Netherlands. And so let's go ahead and see what we have here, guys. Oh, so much tape. RJ probably goes through tape by the boatload. So it comes with a nice little Critical Blast Logistics sticker. And actually, Dave, who's in the chat, he won Critical Blast Best Writer Award this year. I saw that nice, cool medal, Dave. So good job, dude, on that. He deserves it. Perfect 10 is a great book. We've had him on our show with his artist, Pal Rodricks. I have to take a little sip here so I can make sure I don't get too hoarse on you guys. Yeah, good job, Dave. So here's Company Man, which, as you can kind of see, is a team superhero book. Looks like a lot of action. Oh, wow. I don't know if this is a print or a real sketch, guys. Hang on. I gotta take a look at this. I did not expect a sketch to come with this book. If it's not a sketch, it's a really good facsimile, I can tell you that, because if you look at it, it looks like it's, because it's got the pencil lines still on it and the marker and stuff. Wow. I think this is a real original. This is number 92, Icon. I didn't think I back so many books, I don't ever remember whether they come with original artwork, but whenever they do, it's always a plus, because I really like collecting artwork. So this is one of the characters called Icon, and you can see it's bleeding through on this index card, like a 4x6 index card sketch. So that's sweet. I was not expecting original artwork with my Company Men, so thank you, Lee, for that. Oh wow, this is super nice. It's hardbound. You don't see too many books these days coming hardbound, and it's also got the nice glossy UV coating. Sorry about the halo light. It has a little bit of a reflection. It's rated mature. This is issue number 1. Lee also goes by the name Kemosabe. He's got a YouTube channel. He might be in the chat. I'm not sure if he is or not. He's I thought he was going to be able to stick around and see that. Oh, you know what? This time of the day, I think in Australia is like it's the middle of the night, because I think I've had him on my show before, my morning show, and it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. So he may not be up. So it kind of describes who the Company Men are. But this is also, a great looking book, super cool, has kind of that cool 90s image vibe. But hey, I mean, I think it's just so cool to have a classy hardback Oh yeah, look at that artwork there. Nice 2-page spread. Really nice colors. So Kemosabe, very nice. I like the lettering. I like the page layout. Looks like this isn't your first go around on comics. Yeah, so kind of has that fun, rebellious superhero vibe to it. And I think Lee is working on editing other books for people too. So super nice guy. And hopefully they'll keep on making cool books like this. But that's Company Man. Oh, look at that. Our good friend Dax Martian has a pinup in Company Man. If you don't know who Dax is, he's a artist that has a very reminiscent of Jack Kirby style. And he actually did our Kirby BEARDZZERKER cover, which it was a pinup. And then I liked it so much, we decided to make it a cover, which is kind of what we did with Jim O'Reilly for his Bill and Ted homage. Wow, I didn't know Kimo was an artist. I think he's an artist too. I thought he was just a writer and editor. I'm not sure if he does lettering or other things too. Like right here, it says script Kemosabe, art Celso Mazine. So I'm not sure if Kimo is an artist or not too. Maybe he did my sketch. I'll have to ask him. So that's Company Men, guys, from Black Prior Press. I think this is still in demand on Indiegogo. So if you're interested in it, you can check it out. RJ, good job. Everything came to me all in one piece. No dents or anything. I actually haven't had any damage with anything that was shipped in a Gemini mailer. So if you guys are going to do your own campaign, I highly recommend you use the Geminis. I don't know how much they are these days. I bought a bunch of them, and then like everything else, prices probably went up. So here's the next one. Is from our friend Nandor Fox Shaffer. Nandor hasn't been on my show. He was supposed to be on my show last year, but I got sick. So one of the few times I haven't done a daily show was when I think Nandor and Adam Post were going to be on my show last fall, so we could talk about this book. But I did back it. So let's go ahead and find out what this man-child is from Nandor Fox Shaffer.
Hi, I'm Nandor Fox Shaffer. I'm a comic book writer. I published 3 graphic novels through Kickstarter, and I am so thrilled to finally bring my new project, Man-Child, to the world. Man-Child is going to be a 6-issue limited series. It is an homage to the Silver Age or Marvel Age of comics, and is a tribute to the work and life of Stan Lee, as well as a commentary on comic book fandom and the beauty and pitfalls of being a child at heart. The series will alternate between 2 storylines. The first featuring the adventures of the captivating Monarch Crier as he battles his arch foe, Professor Pilgrim, and the second featuring Rufus Boston and his friends, all super comic book nerds who are knee-deep in comic book culture. How the two relate are up to you, the reader, to discover. The first issue is 22 pages of action-packed, heartfelt storytelling written by myself, art by Jay Mazar, and letters by DC Hopkins. Man-Child issue 1 also boasts the extraordinary talents of top Marvel, DC, and Image comic book artists such as Welby, Tom Riley, Nick Pitara, and Eisner Award-winning artist Tony Harris. This is a story about staring directly into the past and holding on to what matters and realizing what's holding on to you. This is a story about not being taken seriously by others like Stan Lee was when he first started writing comics. This is also a story about celebrating the wonder of being a child and the wonder of being an adult. If any of that resonates with you, please back Man-Child today. We have some amazing rewards, including being drawn to the story, getting original artwork, all those variant covers I mentioned earlier. I would truly love your support in making this really special project come to life. Thank you so much for watching.
Awesome. And actually, Nandor is in the chat under Foxhole Comics. And no problem, Nandor. I appreciate you too. You supported me and I supported you. And I think that's a nice trade-off. Nandor I found from, I think I was watching, what was his name? He just lives just down the road from me. Dan Shaheen. Dan Shaheen was reviewing Nandor's Seasons comic book on his $1 Million Mailbox show. And I saw Seasons, and then I kind of saw Nandor's name just, here and there on different campaigns. And I was going, this kid seems really ambitious. He's doing crowdfunding, and he's growing his audience. And so Manchild looked pretty cool to me because it has kind of this retro throwback feel to the 60s, 70s Stan Lee Ditko era. And I don't know what the story's about yet. I haven't read this, but when I saw this cover version, I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. It kind of feels like a Alex Ross take on a character. He had some that kind of look more like the Marvels throwback. But this is Manchild #1. As you can see, Nandor signed it in his silver Sharpie pen on the cover. I think he's funding or signing up for issue #2. So Nandor, if you're there and you have a, I don't know if I made you I don't think I've made you a moderator, but I will in the future. So if there is a sign up, please let people know where they can sign up. I think you're on Kickstarter. So this is Manchild dedicated to Stan Lee. I know all of us were really sad when we heard that he passed away a few years ago. All those old guys are, don't take him for granted. So this is cool. Kind of looks like, an everyday guy named Rufus, and I think he has aspirations to be a superhero. Oh, that's a nice way to do a 2-page spread, Nandor. I don't think I've seen that in a while. Somebody doing a sideways spread like that. Usually your 2-page spreads are like, left to right, but he does kind of like a cool calendar style. So he looks kind of like a butterfly. Is it like a what would you call it? Like a metamorphosis type of saga? Is that what I'm kind of picking up? Butterflies don't look that intimidating, but I mean, what would their power be? I'm not sure. Maybe Nandor. I mean, it's cool looking, and as butterflies go, I like the black. It kind of looks like the Spider-Man, the alien symbiote costume. But this looks like a lot of fun. Lots of action. Maybe I think it looks like he might be daydreaming about being this superhero. Is that kind of what I'm picking up, Nandor? So this is a Manchild, and I believe this is his ongoing series. Look at that face, Nandor. What a nice young man. It's like he doesn't look like he ever ages. He's kind of like what I look like back in the 20s, I used to get people knocking on my door asking if they could talk to my mom or, talk to my parents, but I was like the man of the house back in the day. He's got that little baby face, Sorry, I got to tease you, Nandor. I tease Arman Nasim as well for his flawless complexion. This is a couple cool prints, postcard, oversized postcard size prints of Manchild. Very cool. UV coating. And I see his business card. So guys, if you guys like what you see from Nandor, his prices are very reasonable, and he delivers. So I feel like if you back him, that he will fulfill as he says. I think he's been on time. So anyways, Nandor, good job. 25, and yeah, that's pretty darn amazing for doing 3 or 4 books at your age already. You and Arman are both very enthusiastic and ambitious, which is totally cool. I really like that. Okay, so he says the sign up is live. He's launching issue 2 on September 1st. So maybe we can have you back to make up for that sick day, Nandor. So we'll be in touch, all right? All right. All right, what else do we got here, guys? Oh, speaking of Arman, ELIXIR. I'm not sure if this is ELIXIR or something else because he sent me two things. I backed one book and then we did a trade. So this will be Arman 2 for 1. And let's go ahead and watch his trailer to ELIXIR.
I can feel the blood leaking out of me, draining out all that I am. My memories, my pain, my happiness.
There's something different in the air. I feel it in every breath I take.
It's flooding over my body and mind. It feels like death.
A new presence has been created in the universe. It is an abomination. A new embodiment of death.
Cyrus, the monster hunter, you will leave now. This is not a fight you can win.
You are angry at the world, at your place in it. Your weakness, your mortality. Anger is good. It will keep you alive.
Angels, demons, they're all the same. All monsters, all my prey.
I choose you, Cyrus, the monster hunter. I give you your greatest hunt. I name you my champion.
Why? Why won't my body, this world, let me die in peace?
Awesome. So Arman is, from what I remember, he said he's trying to do like a book a month, which is pretty darn impressive. And so, oops, sorry about that. Let me switch over. There we go. Sorry, guys. Arman sealed it like it was Fort Knox. These guys are like, everything's stuck together here, but I think we're making some progress. Okay, so I'm not sure which book from Arman this is, but he's based out in New York. And I've had Arman on my show. I've been on his show, which is called Submarine Treehouse. And definitely check out his YouTube channel. Most of my creators on this unboxing show have YouTube channels. So, you know, you could always just search their name and see, oh, look at this keychain from Arman, which is the ELIXIR character. Very cool. Kind of a clear figure. That's cool. And then, so this is ELIXIR, The Last Days of Death. Definitely has a manga feel to it. His artist is Pak Kwan, I believe, and has a fun kind of an Asian vibe to it. I don't know if you guys remember back in the 90s. Well, in the 80s, manga kind of got introduced to American comic book fans through Viz, V-I-Z. And Viz was kind of distributed initially, I think, with Eclipse Comics. And then they started branching off on their own, and they did some stuff with, I think, maybe with Dark Horse. But there was a competing Asian company called Jade Man, which was kind of like a Chinese anime manga style. And when I saw ELIXIR, this style of artwork reminds me of Jade Man. There's a guy, I think his name was Tony from Jade Man. He was the artist of many of them. So this is ELIXIR, the inside. Definitely cool fantasy vibe to it. I think Arman is the letterer on this as well. And so Pak Kwan is the artist, and colors by Rain Burrito. I'm not sure which book, you know, how many books Arman has done. I think he's done like less than 5 at this point that are actually published, but this is really nice, man. Pak has a very cool style. Lots of artwork. Lots of intricate cross hatching, and that's a cool panel right there where he transforms into a beast. Nice paper stock. Kind of has a, as you guys can kind of see, a nice glossy feel to it. So I think the name of the main character is Cyrus, maybe. There's Arman right there, see? I told you he has nice skin. This must be his team. I've been on his show before, and he usually has like, 4 or 5 people at a time. There's our friend Pedro from Tropical Magics. There's Pac, the artist right there. So yeah, this Pac Kwan, he's good. I think Arman was telling me that Pac won like a DC amateur drawing contest, and then they didn't ever really give him any work after that, which is a shame, because I think he's definitely got the chops to draw for the, well, who really wants to draw for the big two anymore? This is cool, the back cover. So $6 cover price on ELIXIR. I think it's still available on Kickstarter. I think he might even be doing like a variant on Indiegogo. But comes with some nice prints of the characters. Very sweet, man. So Arman, thank you for that. Let's see what the second book is. And catch up with the comments here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to multitask. There we go. There's Arman in the, okay, he's done 6. And if you guys want to go to his Submarine Treehouse, he did post the link in the chat, and he is growing. I saved the best for last. Actually, Arman, I think I have like at least 2 other campaigns to open. It's kind of running a little bit. It's kind of being a little bit behind here. Yeah, Pedro's awesome. Tropical Magics looks great. And then his Indiegogo is launching at the end of July, and his pre-launch page is up. So definitely check that out, guys. Let's see what this second package is. Oh yeah, Lost Magic. This was before ELIXIR, guys. So kind of has that same action vibe. This looks like it might be more of a fantasy story. And so Arman is the writer, and he signed it. So this is what I think I traded Arman a BEARDZZERKER for a few months ago. And then I backed ELIXIR. So this is called Lost Magic. Nice binding and spine here. Back cover has a map on it. Arman, did you play a lot of fantasy games growing up? Just kind of wondered what inspired you to kind of go into the fantasy realm. Back in the day, what did I play a lot of? Kind of got started, in the arcade with Gauntlet, that game where you would run around the dungeons with your friends and fight monsters and eat potion and food so you wouldn't die. And then it kind of gravitated to Ultima, and back in the day when I had a Commodore 64, I actually used to play I think game called Temple of Apshai or something like that. I mean, we're talking really bad graphics back in the day, but I grew up when there was the Atari 2600, so you didn't have a whole lot of great graphics back in the day. They were just kind of like clunky blocks. But yeah, the games now, I mean, with Skyrim and Elder Scrolls and all that, they're so immersive and so huge. I wish I had more time to play stuff like that, but kind of working my other job right now. It's been a busy time of the year. So yeah, we're taking a look at Lost Magic, which is this might be, I don't know which book this is of yours that you published, Arman. I know you said you did 6. Very cool. Kind of has this kind of rough, kind of a Sienkiewicz feel to it. Kind of has that, you know, that loose energy that Bill Sienkiewicz has with his work. And he's got little episode pages in between the chapters, which I think is a nice touch. So Arman, good job, my friend. Lost Magic. Maybe you can let us know, Arman, if you can still get back issues on your upcoming campaigns of if people want to pick up either Lost Magic or ELIXIR. And then there's a print of kind of a cool, I don't know what this is, Arman. It looks like a kind of a enchanted bear of some kind. I'll have to read the story to find out what it is. Oh, okay, so right now he says his first book was Lost Magic. And so ELIXIR, I think, is his his last book. So quite a cool jump, buddy, from one issue to, from one book to the other. I think you're growing in leaps and bounds. He says that's the Spirit Bear. Okay, there you go, guys. Spirit Bear right there. Awesome. Arman, thank you so much, my buddy. He says he used to read or used to play Fable, which I think was I think I had it out on Xbox, but I never finished it. RuneScape. Hojo's showing his age. Golden Axe 3. Hey, we get to see Aria in the chat. Hey, Aria, nice to see you all the way from the UK. Send Danny the link. All right, so let's see here, guys. He also says he's on issue 3 right now of Lost Magic. It's ending tonight on Kickstarter, so go check that out, guys. So our next one is going to be from our friend Jason, who is from Octopus Cowboy. So let's go ahead and check out the trailer to that.
Countless miles away from the ocean, Slade struggles to survive from one pocket of water to another. Weak and weary, he's dragged to the ring, forced to fight in a vicious blood sport where animals are pitted against each other for entertainment. There, he faces off against the unruly hyena Kilroy and a hulking gorilla named Leopold. During their fights, unbeknownst to all, contact with Slade's blood alters Kilroy and Leopold's consciousness. Can Slade win over his newly awakened opponents? Will he break away from his chains? Can he continue to endure outside of his element? Should he escape death, one thing is certain. A cruel life awaits him in the unforgiving Wild West. If you appreciate good storytelling, captivating characters, a solid production, action, adventure, and mystery, this comic book is for you. My name is Jason Orfalas, a professional of 25 years as artist and writer. Much planning went to this project, and I have experience in every stage of producing a comic book. Your contribution will make this dream project a reality. Thank you for listening, and good luck on your own adventure.
Awesome. So Jason, he's made the rounds on shows, last year and this year, and I really like the look of Octopus Cowboy from the very first that I heard about it. It's always interesting to see how you guys pack your different campaigns. Sometimes I see people use masking tape. Sometimes I see people use stickers. Sometimes I don't see anybody use tape at all to kind of secure it. I think I'm going to use Band-Aids for a campaign, but they won't be like used Band-Aids. They'll be fresh ones. I think I'll just do that just for the hell of it. Anyways, here's Jason's Octopus Cowboy. As you could tell, Jason has definitely a lot of talent. I think you wrote and drew this. Oh, it's even sealed in right here. Okay. Look at this. All right. Masking tape. That's not a bad idea. Masking tape does the job. All right, so this is Octopus Cowboy. Take it out of the bag here. What's your guys' thoughts on these self-adhesive bags? Oh, actually, it's already cut open. Interesting. So I don't like these adhesive things because they sometimes, if you're not careful, they'll actually get stuck on your comic book and cause it to maybe get a crease or something. So anyways, here is Octopus Cowboy. Nice glossy cover, square bound. It's got its nice little words here on the side. So here's the synopsis here. You know, basically a octopus forced into blood sport. Very sweet, Jason. Yeah, the artwork, you can tell Jason has worked on some stuff before. I think he's also got DC credits. And, you know, lettering, layout, all this stuff is super cool. I don't think he talks in this whole book. Well, you know, then again, octopuses don't really talk, which I think that's kind of a cool thing to have, just kind of a silent Clint Eastwood type of octopus, you know? So I wonder who would win between like Six Gun Gorilla and Octopus Cowboy. Maybe that should be a team up one of these days. But this would be a cool movie too. Octopus Cowboy, maybe directed by Quentin Tarantino or. Oh, sorry guys, let me slide that over. Every once in a while, my StreamYard just kind of makes me big and makes the comic book cam small. So very cool, Jason. Looks like you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. It looks like a really fun read. Wow, this is a lot of pages, guys. I'm thumbing down here. It's 104 pages. And so I think he did all the work on here, like all the pencils and inks, story, and all that. So Jason, thank you so much for fulfilling your book. It looks great. Let me see what kind of swag you threw in. It looks like a sticker. Yep, cool Octopus Cowboy sticker. Since I'm running over, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a day. So let me turn off the comic cam. And let me get back into the main screen here. So that was fun. Let me just catch up to the chat before we bid adieu. Let me turn off this little ring light so it's not blinding us. All right, so that was fun, guys. Billy says, oh, there you go. AR-15 orangutan. You got to throw him in the mix too. There needs to be like a CG battle royale with all the creatures. We need to whittle out all the werewolves. There seems to be like a werewolf book every couple months. Von Stugel says it's one of the better books he's received. And Rick from Cross Comics says hello. I think Rick's going to be on my show next week to promote the Canadian Shield. And I think what I was going to do next, guys, is just remind you, as you can see on the screen, little banner below, it's the free-for-all Promote Yourself in 4 Minutes Wednesday show next week. So if any of our guests that I open comic books have a new campaign that they want to come on and tell us about, you're welcome to do that. And as I said before, July 20th, it will be a special show with actor Jay Underwood. And I'm going to play you, to close out the show, the Fantastic Four movie trailer for the Roger Corman version in HD. It's pretty cool, actually. It's very cheesy, but it's actually very entertaining. I think it's probably better than the first Fantastic Four movie that Marvel made that bombed. But I do have a Quacky Quiz today, so let me go ahead and tell you what that is. Our friend Tom at Committed Comics, he has a new book coming out called Freakmeter. And if you answer the trivia question right, he will send you a book bag by our friend Bill Mouse of the Committed Comics mascot Sancho. So I'm going to play a Freakmeter trailer, and I'm going to have a little trivia question that goes along the bottom. So let's go ahead and get the Quacky Quiz lined up. All right, so let's watch Freakmeter. It's kind of a short trailer. Hopefully you guys can pick the right answer in the allotted time. The first person to answer the question right in the chat will get the copy of, the book bag. Okay, I'm going to play it one more time because it was such a short trailer, but the quiz question is still flowing and we don't have an answer yet. So one more time. All right. So the question, I'm still letting you could Google this. There's no penalty if you want to Google who the right answer might be, but it's a movie that Alex Winter did. He is famous for Bill and Ted, for being the partner of Keanu Reeves, and he did a really cool movie that not a lot of people saw. But if you saw it, you wouldn't forget it because it's actually pretty good. It's kind of a dark comedy. I see a comment here, and nope, no one. No, okay. Pops, of course, wins again. Pops, you are correct. It is the movie Freaked. It had Mr. T in it. It had Randy Quaid, Brooke Shields. Very funny movie. If you get a chance, it might be streaming somewhere. But that is the correct answer. Pops, you win. Congratulations. I know you know how to get a hold of Tom, but I will tell him that you won. Guys, it's been a great show. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm going to go ahead and end this with a fun trailer to the Fantastic Four. And please tune in when next week, and then also when Jay Underwood is on. All right? Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
From the pages of the world's greatest comic book adventure, 4 heroes on a daring mission in space, but something went wrong. Genetically transformed, they become the most powerful superheroes of all time. The forces of evil are out to destroy their cosmic power. Find them! And to survive, they must utilize all their strength. To put an end to their arch nemesis.
Doom? It's clobbering time.
Fantastic Four.